global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. While the North are busy collating their consensus candidate, while the North are not immune to fraud and fraudulent allegations, but somehow they've been able to manage the situation without making it public when it comes to the issue of those aspiring for the position of presidency in Nigeria. As of 2023, but the South seem to be coming against one another, all with the syndrome of pulling down. It looks like Amechi is now the next bug. Some few days ago, it was Rogers Okorocha that felt the heat. It looks like the Southerners are beginning to realize EFCC have them covered when it comes to the issue of fraud allegation. Some few days ago, it was Rogers Okorocha. Now is the turn of Amechi, and this time around, he's running helter-skelter to see how that can be resolved. Don't forget that he deliberately refused to resign, or rather, he deliberately refused to let go of his presidential ambition. Rather, he resigned as the transport minister simply because he believes he had what it takes to become the next president of Nigeria. But it looks like that dream is getting dimmer and dimmer every single day that passes by. This time around, he has been slammed with a fraud that I don't know how he's going to move around it. In a moment, you're going to find out what he's telling the court to do for him very quickly so that his dream of becoming Nigeria's next president will not elude him, and what the court have decided will be his fate eventually. Before we do that, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to the news, the Supreme Court is now set to deliver judgment in a suit by former Rivers State Governor Wike Rotimi Ameachi seeking to stop his probe in alleged 96 billion naira. My God, 96 billion naira, my father. 96 billion naira fraud and fraudulent sales of valued assets belonging to Rivers State. Here, a hearing notice which was cited at the APC court indicated that the make or match judgment would be handed down this morning. In a moment, you're going to find out what his fate is. Amechi presently one of the leading presidential aspirants of the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC, is battling hard to stop his successor, Nyesom Wike, from causing him to appear before a probe panel to investigate his 8 years tenure of office. The notice was observed to have been served on Prince Lateef Olasunkanmi Fagbemi, senior advocate of Nigeria San, who is leading a team of lawyers for Amechi, while that of Rivers State was delivered to Emmanuel Ukala, senior advocate of Nigeria San, for Wike. Specifically, Amechi, who is the immediate past Minister of Transportation, wants the APC court to prohibit Governor Wike from proceeding with the 7-month commission of inquiry already put in place. Justice Olukayode Ariwola, who led a 7-man panel of justice of the court, has fixed today for the judgment after taking argument from for and against the suit. Amechi predicated his opposition to the probe on the ground that it was aimed at witch hunting him, to embarrass him, humiliate him, and to disgrace him in view of his political difference with his successor. Wike, who constituted the 7-man probe panel to probe Amechi, however, is asking the Supreme Court to dismiss Amechi's suit. The governor insisted that the Commission of Inquiry headed by Justice George Amekije was to look into how 96 billion naira was allegedly withdrawn from the treasury of the state government and how it was expended. Wike also said that the Commission of Inquiry was to look into the lawful or otherwise sales of valuable assets of the state. The listed valuable assets are Omoku Gas Turbine, Afam Gas Turbine, Transamadi Gas Turbine, Eleme Gas Turbine, Olympia Hotel, and the award of contract for the execution of monorail project. Amechi's suit at the High Court of Rivers State and Court of Appeal had earlier been dismissed, prompting his coming to Supreme Court for remedy. At the time of this report, political associates, friends, and sympathizers of the presidential aspirant have stormed the Supreme Court to know where the pendulum will swing. You're going to find out where the pendulum swung. This is really bad. Now, his fate has been decided on this matter. The Supreme Court has declined a suit seeking to stop the planned probe of 96 billion naira fraud, allegedly involving the former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Ameachi. The said multi-billion naira fraud was allegedly carried out during Amechi's time as the governor of Rivers State. While dismissing the suit on Friday, the court, in a unanimous judgment by a five-man panel of justice, submitted that there was no justification to stop the probe of the All Progressive Congress APC presidential aspirant. The decision is coming days after the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) arrested former Imo State Governor Rogers Okorocha, who is also running for president on the platform of the ruling APC. Amechi's and Okorocha's ordeals have not been officially linked to their 2023 political ambition, but then the APC should have its presidential flag bearer by Monday or before INEC's June 4th deadline. All right, you have heard the fate of Amechi. Whether Amechi likes it or not, from the judgment that has been passed out, they must probe him. QED, end of story. This is not. If I was to be in shoes, I'd be like, why did I resign from my ministerial seat? At least I'm sitting there quiet and doing my thing. Now I've taken the form and it looks as if all hell is let loose on me. But this probe is not coming from the federal government. Far from it. It's coming from his successor, Governor Nyesom Wike. That man fights on all fronts. I think that Nyesom Wike enjoys, creating sensations. I think it's part of his bloodline. He doesn't trouble him, doesn't lose sleep over it. He enjoys it. I think he has inside his bloodline activism. He'll be personal opinion. I think Governor Nyesom will be better off in activism than presidency, because he will easily antagonize people and may likely look like a tyrant in the position of presidency, but will be a better opposition and activist who would check the president or whoever that sits on that throne, because he's more bold, fierce, and can have the capacity to oppose. But then it's just my personal opinion. He has his life to live, and he also have a political career to pursue. But right now we have two Southerners down, technically speaking, in an APC presidential aspirant. Now check the North. Does it mean those aspirants don't have some skeleton in their cupboards? Of course, this is Nigeria, they do. But has anybody come against them to tell them, look, at this minute, 11th hour of APC deciding their fate, have anybody brought any allegations against them? Not even their brothers, none, not even one. Is there any case filed in EFCC? None. Now, with the case file submitted by Nyesom Wike against Amechi, and the one of Okorocha submitted against him also in EFCC, even if they are to go further, the oppositions can easily pick up those case files and use it against them to say, how can a president or incoming president or a flag bearer who has a case, such terrible case of this level of fraud in EFCC, be carrying our flag and all that? Even the opposition can use it against us, and they may likely be looking to us not letting them in. Now, this is getting interesting. Don't also forget that so many years ago, Bola Ahmed Tinubu also has a case file in EFCC. It's becoming interesting.